We've got a situation rapidly developing. I'll be in contact soon, Hunter. What are you doing, Faustus? Hunter, my second favorite zombie superhero.
Who is your first?
Tony, on 2 hours of sleep. So, what do you need?
I have questions for you.
Sure, ask away.
Tell me about yourself, Carol.
What in particular?
Who were you before you became Captain Marvel?
Air Force pilot. I used to fly the unfriendly skies before I was attached to the space program. And back then, I was entirely human.
You are not entirely human?
Not since I uncovered actual, for real aliens. There was an accident with some alien tech that rewrote my DNA, and now I'm half Kree.
I have never heard of the Kree.
Neither had I. They have a space empire. It's crazy to think they've been around far longer than you've been alive.
How did Carol Danvers become Captain Marvel?
During my time with the space program, I found myself involved in a conflict between alien species, Kree and Skrulls. I got too close to a device called the Psyche Magnetron, and it completely altered me. A Kree soldier known as Mar-Vell felt responsible for what happened and took me under his wing. He was a hero in his own right, and we fought beside each other for years. He's gone now, but I took the name Captain Marvel as a tribute to what he stood for. Since then, I've made the name my own.
Your strength is hard for me to fathom.
With all this gamma weirdness keeping Banner in banner form, I'm Earth's mightiest Avenger. Once Thor realized the Hulk was in a class of his own, he was not happy to be in third place. He still challenges me to arm wrestling contests, and loses. He's much less salty since I started calling him Asgard's mightiest Avenger.
How powerful would you say you are?
When someone says we need to call in the big guns, they're talking about me. Just don't say it in front of Bruce. The Hulk is an order of magnitude stronger, no question. But he doesn't have my precision, patience, or reliability. At least, that's how Bruce put it.
That much power. And it does not seem to have gone to your head.
I do get cocky sometimes, but I don't take any of this for granted. And I always remember where I came from. Arrogance is like punching the afterburner with your wheels down.
Tell me about the Avengers.
Sure, what about us?
How long have you been an Avenger?
Over a decade. Still hard to believe. We've been so busy dealing with one crisis or another, it's hard to mark the time. My coffee tally puts me just shy of 20,000, excluding the cups I forgot to track.
What are your thoughts on your fellow Avengers?
I'm with the team for a reason. I believe in what we do. All of us do. I'm sure you've noticed Tony can be abrasive, but I never doubt his commitment. He and Banner used to fight like cats in a sack. Thankfully, they seem to be past that. And I can't think of anyone better to deal with a mystical enemy than Doctor Strange. He's a little out of sorts right now, what with being pushed out of his home, but he'll adjust.
Do you think your team can find common ground with the Midnight Suns?
Look, I try not to get involved in team politics. I'll work with anyone who gets the job done. I don't care what team they're from.
Do all the Avengers feel the same?
No comment.
Thank you, Carol.
Anytime. And hey, if you find the time, we should hang out.
I will consider that.
Of course.
Hydra forces in this area are causing trouble. Let's take them down.
Do not stand a chance.
Get to the trucks and grab those artifacts before they roll out.
I don't foresee any concerns there.
Who's next? Looking good, feeling good.
Your time has come.
Never seen that before.
The advantage is mine. By the will of the It's for the best, trust me. See, not much has changed among the world's fanatics.
Situation is under control. For victory! Can't do much here.
It appears they've bolstered their forces.
That truck is about to move out. You're running out of time. Slow them down, but it won't stop them. Get to the artifact before they figure out what happened.
I've been waiting for this.
What is happening?
All Beta moving into position.
Take them out!
I am alone.
I usually prefer quiet entrance. Get some!
That's the spirit.
Ain't like strange. It's got to be magic.
Ah, we've recovered one of the artifacts. This belongs in a museum.
About time. Heading back.
They cannot possibly match your strength.
Forever in service. I think they like me. For a high drop.
Hope you're ready. Finally, it's my turn.
Hydra doesn't know when to quit. Bring all you got. You're done here.
Surprised they all still have their heads. This won't end well for you.
I am impressed.
Ah, we've recovered one of the artifacts. This belongs in a museum.
The artifacts are secure, but why don't you teach Hydra a lesson while you're there?
Hydra's in control of the situation.
Taking the shot.
I'll return the favor in kind.
Let's see how tough you are.
I can feel the corruption spreading. Walk in the light.
I thank you. This will be
You carry the responsibility of Sorcerer Supreme with great ease, Doctor.
follow my movements.
Maybe you should teach me that one.
We're losing ground. We're all gonna get I've been waiting.
You should have brought more help. Maybe you do not realize the trouble you are in, friend.
Interesting tactic.
I'll put this to good use.
A doctor and a powerful wizard. Impressive.
The enemy has the upper hand.
Something isn't right.
Time for the real escape.
This shouldn't take too long.
You were too weak for this fight.
We've done it. Excellent work.
Hunter, I was just looking for you. We need your assistance.
Who is we?
The Esoteric Mystical Order, specifically the Knights of Intellect and Dimensional Spiritualism.
That is an elaborate name.
You can blame Dr. Strange. Oh, I may have rearranged a few words so it spells out emo kids.
Tell me what you need.
Dr. Strange Magic and I are researching a crucial moment in your past, but it's probably better if we just show you. How about it? Ready to uncover one of the greatest mysteries about your life after death?
I need to take care of something before we go.
Sure thing. Find me when you're free.
Some of those spells were a little...
Yes, hello.
Hey, if you're free, I'll assemble the emo kids.
Lead the way.
Let's do it!
Nico will tell you our purpose.
So, about the spell that brought you back to life. It worked better than expected, but there are some gaps.
You are talking about my death.
Exactly. The memories of your final moments might tell us how you defeated your mother 3 centuries ago. That could give us an edge this time around.
Those memories are lost.
Maybe not. We think there's a way to recover them. All you're gonna need is a mystical jumpstart.
How would that work?
Doctor Strange can explain it better than I, but if you want the abridged version, ask Magic. And when you're ready to begin the ritual, let me know.
Hunter, I'm glad you're present for the inaugural meeting.
Of what, exactly?
Why, the Knights of Intellect and Dimensional Spiritualism, the Abbey's local chapter of the Esoteric Mystical Order.
Right. Emo kids. So, the ritual?
Regarding your resurrection, we had to meticulously reunite your corpus, or physical vessel, with your animus, or spiritual essence.
How does this relate to the ritual?
Animating your corpus was the easy part, but your essence, your thoughts, hopes, fears, and dreams, that was the slipperiest eel.
Does the ritual require eels?
But now, with the plenary potential of Miss Minoru's Staff of One to focus Miss Rasputin's enigmatic energies, I, Doctor Strange,
The ritual?
the Sorcerer Supreme, shall pluck from unreality your mislaid memory, thought lost to time and death. I shall stare those cosmic forces in their many eyes and shout, "Nay!"
Doctor Strange, the ritual. How does it work?
Didn't I just explain? I could start with the fundamental underpinnings of the multiverse theory if it would help.
Just tell me what to expect.
Ah, yes. You will focus on recalling what was lost as we do everything in our power to restore it. Simple, really.
Yes,
How does this ritual work?
this is the ritual. You focus on the past, Nico zaps you with her staff, Strange chants and waggles his fingers, then you remember. Maybe.
So why are you here?
Should the zapping, chanting, and waggling go bad, I will open a portal to Limbo and push you inside before the explosion.
There is a chance I might explode.
A very small chance. Unlikely.
How concerned should I be about exploding?
slightly more than usual.
That is all I need to know.
Tell Nico, and don't explode.
The first part's easy. I need you to focus on your last memories before you fought Lilith.
Will this help me remember?
I can't answer that. When I start, you'll be the one making the repairs. The rest of us are here to keep you steady.
All right.
If you're ready, we can begin.
I am ready.
Now, Hunter, tell us what you see.
I raced through the Abbey grounds. Angry. Terrified. It is too late. We were not ready. My foot slips, but I catch myself. I run with my blades exposed. I am completely alone. The moonlight guides my path. My lungs ache. My heart pounds. I rush toward my doom. I cannot. No!
Whoa, we all saw that, right?
I have no words to describe it.
Finally.
Well, how about that? Your final moments are there, just buried deep inside.
It did not work.
Not yet, but we made progress. I'm sure we can figure out a way for you to remember more the next time.
Next time?
Heck yeah! Emo kids meet every lunar alignment, or, you know, whenever we're free on a slow night. Oh, and we need ingredients. Magic will send a list to your spark. If you bring enough, we can refine them into more useful mystical objects. We're done for today, but I'll be in touch about the next meeting. Catch you later.
Your mastery of the arcane.
The more we work together, the more I'm impressed. And I'm hard to impress.
It's nice of Hydra to provide all these free sparring partners for you. If they were smart, they'd start charging for these sessions.
Hey, can I ask a favor? Thanks, Hunter.
Oh, you are gonna love this.
A strong aura surrounds us. The research is progressing well. What have you brought me today? One sorcerer's trash is another's treasure. I'll let you be the judge on this one. I'm always in a few places at once, so no time is ever wasted.
So, how's the whole saving the world thing going? Take your pick, Hunter.
Farewell.
This should be useful. This will do nicely. Always better to be prepared. All set.
Hey, you know what sucks?
What?
Having your weapon manifest out of your chest. It feels weird.
Your powers are impressive, if not strange.
Aw, a compliment. My staff and I thank you.
Is it painful?
From a scale of 1 to 10, it's baby alien popping out of my chest levels of painful. But what doesn't kill you?
Makes you stronger.
Look at you, getting all up to date with 20th century cliches. I'm so proud.
Thank you for letting me in on your pain.
Well, when you put it that way, you make it sound so emo.
Time's wasting, Hunter. We need any advantage we can get. Later.
Must not be her purview. This looks like a fairy ring.
Elemental rod. I should take this back to the altar.
Noble Oster guides my hand.
It is one of the elemental rods.
Fascinating. That is something. I was always drawn to this place as a child, but somehow I had almost forgotten about it. Ah, I see. This rubble looks loose. Was I ever really this innocent? Maybe before I started my training. This is which one? Caretaker hardly spoke of him, but I like to imagine my father was a great hero whose spirit protected these woods. Goddess of Order approves. My old fort. Caretaker was furious when she found I had built this. I wonder what she was really afraid of. I never got the chance to truly know my mother. Only the monster she became. The standing stones. There is powerful magic at work here. The great seer known as Endra Moore is buried here. Much like Nico, her powers came dangerously close to crossing the line, but
She was among the most loyal of the Midnight Suns. Perhaps a witch from the Salem Coven made this.
I should have known you'd wind up here eventually. You were somehow always here as a child.
If only I had known him. And still you masked even this from me. My own father's grave?
It wasn't you I was hiding it from. I've been making a lot of apologies to you lately. Now, they probably don't mean that much. But I am sorry, Hunter. Lilith's relationship with your father went against our ways, our purpose, or so I believed at the time. It was the Elder Gods themselves who first breathed life into us. Human notions like falling in love couldn't possibly be part of their plan.
And then you met Agatha.
If only I'd realized it sooner. I might have been a little kinder towards him, especially at the end.
What happened?
A great sickness came upon this area just before you were born. Your father was one of the first to fall.
With all your power, the two of you, you could not save him?
Lilith was a gifted healer, but this was no ordinary plague. The corruption went beyond his physical body. In the end, there was nothing we could do.
What did Lilith do?
She did what anyone would have done. She grieved. But in her grief, she lost herself, and her grief turned into anger.
Is that when you took me from her?
It wasn't long after that. Things started to fall apart before my eyes. I couldn't see another way out but to run.
The plague that turned her into the mother of demons?
No, this was something else, but cut from the same cloth. Your mother was no longer the woman I knew. The sister I had fought alongside for centuries. She was gone.
I have never heard you talk this way before, Sarah.
It's hard to walk the grounds here without churning up so many old memories. Maybe now you understand why I don't venture out here that often anymore.
You were not affected by the plague?
We were all affected, whether we were among the sick or not. I'm sure there was a time when your mother and I both would have just as soon joined the dead than continue to watch the villagers suffer.
I cannot imagine you ever reaching that point.
Lilith may have been the most skilled herbalist in the New World. I saw her perform near miracles with the potions she concocted from the plants in her garden. She was consumed by the idea of finding a cure.
But she never found one.
No, despite her efforts, nothing ever worked.
I can see how that would be a dark time for both of you.
With darker times still to come.
Thank you, Sarah. Your timing may need work, but I appreciate the honesty.
Anything for you, Hunter. Anything.
If only it were always this easy to bring a family together.
Good day, Hunter.
Tell me about my father.
Believe it or not, you could thank your father for those good looks of yours. There is a striking resemblance.
I only have the faintest memory of him. What was he like?
He was honest, a working man, you could say, authentic. Of course, I still didn't like him, but that wasn't really his fault. I'm old enough to admit that now.
But he loved my mother?
He loved her, and she was smitten with him. As the story goes, they were happy together. For a time.
Until I came along?
You were an unexpected gift, but a welcome one. Your father was very proud.
I wish I could talk with him now.
I know that feeling all too well, kiddo. Careful now.